Hello there, my name is Johnny Vincione and together with my wife Claudine, we founded the Global Beer Network in 1994. Now it's time to tell you an American story about a Belgian beer, the Monk's Café Flemish Sour Ale. You may know Tom Peters, the co-owner of the Monk's Café, famous Belgian restaurant in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He was actually one of the first Americans who discovered the genuine absolute quality of Belgian beer. And entrepreneur as he was, and is, he was also one of the first 5 Americans who said, I can actually make money with Belgian beers. And he founded his Belgian beer restaurant in Philadelphia, the Monk's Café. Duh. In doing so, he was probably the first in the whole United States. Today in Philadelphia, the number of Belgian beer restaurants cannot be counted on your 10 fingers and my 10 fingers combined. Belgian beer is the fastest growing segment of the American beer industry. So, a few years ago, Tom Peters was in Bruges, Belgium, at the Brugs Beertje. When you're ever in Belgium, you have to visit the Brugs Beertje, this famous international Belgian beer bar. They have over 600 Belgian beers, several of them in different vintages. I mean, different brewing years. Anyway, Tom was at the Brugs Beertje because he wanted to discover the most delicious, the best balanced Flemish Old Brown Ale. So, he tasted all the existing brands at the Brugs Beertje. He tasted all of them. The conclusion of Tom and his friends that he brought with him to do the tasting was that the Flemish Old Brown, brewed by Brouwerij Van Steenberge and sold in Belgium under the brand name Bios Vlaamse Bourgogne, or Bios Flemish Burgundy in English, was absolutely the best balanced Old Brown Ale. So, he approached the Brouwerij Van Steenberge and approached the Global Beer Network, the importer of the Van Steenberge beers into the United States, and asked them if they would be open to bottle the Bios Vlaamse Bourgogne and sell it under the Monk's Café label in the United States. They all thought that is a great idea. So, since then on, we can find Monk's Café Flemish Sour Ale all over the United States. Now, let's talk about the beer. Old Brown is a special Flemish style of beer where old sour beer is blended with fresh brewed sweet beer. The old beer becomes sour by aging it in oak. By aging, lactic acids develop and makes the beer sour. It is an art, it is not a science of the brewer to blend the old sour beer and the fresh brew new beer in the exact quantities to have really nice balanced sour sweet. We all agree that the Monk's Café Flemish Sour Ale has this perfect balance. It has a beautiful refreshing fruitiness all on top of this oaky port wine-like base. By the way, this is a great beer to marinate your meat in. The historic background of this style of beer is that centuries ago, breweries ended up several times per year with old sour beer. Instead of throwing it away, they brewed fresh brewed beer and they blended it together, and in the summertime they sold it as the cheapest beer to the farm laborers. After all, because of its sour touch, the fruitiness, it's very refreshing, very thirst quenching, and beer is always nourishing. In blending this old and new beer together, the Belgian brewers created a new style, the Old Brown Oud Bruin style. It was actually one of the first or the oldest styles of beer they brewed. About the brewery. There is another video clip just talking about Brouwerij Van Steenberge. Go and check it out. Let me just touch the basics here. Brouwerij Van Steenberge is recognized by its peers all over the world as being one of the best in Belgium, so one of the best in the whole world. Other beers brewed by Brouwerij Van Steenberge you certainly know. For example, de Piraat, de Golden Draak, and the Augustine Abbey ales. So here in the United States we find the Monk's Café Flemish Sour Ale in small bottles, but also in 750 bottles. And of course, when you ask for it, on draft in your neighborhood pub. Cheers, go for it!